What is good with you guys? So today is Friday, September 12th. This is the end of the trading week. We ended off on a banger week. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This was a really good trading week, and I only trade two stocks or three stocks. So I trade QQQ, SPY, and Tesla. And today I traded Tesla because QQQ today it wasn't really moving how I was anticipating it to. You can clearly see on the 5 minute like it's not my type of trading. Yeah, on the 1 minute you probably could have like scalped something off of this, but there just wasn't anything for me to really look at. And then if you go on the futures market, we're literally just consolidating. We're consolidating on the higher time frame, and because we're consolidating on the higher time frame, that means going into the open, we're not going to see anything actually play out for us. Like there's not going to be like anything whatsoever. And if I were to simply just wait for something to happen, I would have to see a move. I would have to see a break and retest. This damn magnet. I would have to see a break and retest above its previous high, which would have been this, which we sort of got. I mean, you can probably look at it on the higher or the lower time frame, but it wasn't really too probable. Nothing really in my favor. Honestly, these wicks are just really damaging and can really destroy your position, especially if you trade options. So I stayed away from it. And because I have another stock that I look at, which is Tesla. This did extremely well. I actually missed out on yesterday's move, but literally I wasn't really even focused on Tesla like this entire week, because this right here, this 4 hour order block, this 4 hour zone, it was getting respected. And at one point I had my zone marked out down here, and so I caught like a Tesla dump somewhere around in this area. Like earlier in the month. I think it was around this area. I caught a dump. Probably, I think it was this move right here. But anyways, so because of yesterday's pump, Thursday, right into the open. It's a consolidation, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. We have our AMD model right here. Really simple. I love this model so much. So we have this AMD model right here. And what I was looking for coming into tomorrow, or aka today, what I was looking for basically a rally-based rally. So what that is you have our rally, and then next you have our base, which is accumulation, and then another rally. So, which is exactly what we did, because we also broke above this area of support, resistance turned support, and that's exactly what we got. And the one thing I really love about this day is that, like, simply coming into the open, I can. Let's go over it. Like, coming into the open, you can literally see how volatile like it really was, because like I was expecting QQQ or like the futures market to really like give us something, but it didn't. Oh, this is do 2x speed, 3x speed. Oh, I can't do anything faster than that. Okay. Let's go right here. So like this is literally coming into the open. Like this is literally the open right here. And because of that, I was looking at every time frame. I was looking at the 1 minute, I was looking at the 5 minute, and I was looking at the 15. You can literally see down here, you can see the level 2 data. Like price is just moving. There's an insane amount of volatility coming into Tesla right at open. And because of that, all I was waiting for is, if I skip, oh, it's a minute. Am I skipping minutes? Oh, sort of, kind of. So like you can see like how fast like Tesla is really moving. It's going up. It's just pumping. It's pumping. So all that I'm really waiting for is just a retrace into a fair value gap, which is also a break and retest. I trade a break of structure for rally gap, aka basically a break and retest. So what that is a break above pre-market high, which is exactly what we got. Next thing you know is I'm looking for a retest. Right here would have been my first entry, but it was really at high of day. So what that looked like, the show, yeah. So what that looked like is this, and then a little retrace. Where's it at? Like right there. This right here. It wasn't really enough for me to take my entry. I wasn't too confident. I wasn't really convicted. Yeah, we had our huge pump coming into the open, but this is 9 minutes into the open, and that's very early because anything could happen. And with my limit order, I can get extremely railed, and I like going into the like market with market orders. So it wasn't, that first entry wasn't aligned, and so I'm not gonna chase it. I'm not gonna buy up here because what I ended up doing is I waited for something to fit my playbook. I waited for a actual entry criteria, and I got it, and I'm really happy with the way that I traded today because yeah, I profited a lot, but also I left out on so much money. So much money. So it's like boom, I'm in my 11 positions right here. 11 contracts. Where's it at? Yeah. I'm in my 11 contracts and it's just going up. Boom, right there. And then I close everything. My full take profit is hit, and I wasn't really too convicted that we were going to come all the way up to this 394 level. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. Because this is how much money that I left on the table. Because shit, that's exactly what happened. And this would have been a 1 to 13 R trade. 1 to 13. Is that not fucking ridiculous? So I closed at 1 to 3.8. So let's round it and say 1 to 4. I closed at a 1 to 4, and I left about 1 to 9 on the table. I left about almost, I don't even know how much I left on that. Fucking, it was insane because look at this. I held myself back. Yeah, I got like a decent win. Not a decent win. I got a really big win actually. This was like 15% on my live account. This was really good. I left so much money on the table, and I need to start holding my positions a little bit longer, just like a little bit, like 1 to 2 more minutes, because once I start to get into that state of like, okay, close, this is it. It's not greed, but it's just risk to reward, because I'm noticing that my losers are kind of like a 1-to-1, and I don't like that it's a 1-to-1. I like my trades to be at least like a 1-to-2 minimum, or even a 1-to-3. So holding my trades a little longer can help me squeeze out a little bit more of the profits and help me, fix my RR, because I believe RR is a lot more important than win rate. I have a shitty win rate, but if I don't have my risk to reward, or even just like risk like tightened, then I can lose my fucking ass. And today was one of those days where it's like, okay, I'm floating in profits. I'm in 2 positions. I'm in one position with 5 contracts, and then I'm in another position with 6 contracts. So what I actually ended up doing is taking partials. I took partials, so right here you see 5. That's what I took off over here, and I left 1 to run, and then the other one I took 4 right there, and I left 2 runners. So I basically took 9 off and left 2 to run, and this is when I sold right here. But then it ended up running much higher. These contracts ended up closing at $14. $14. So I closed right here, 325. And then simply just riding this high is an extra $3. And what is that? 325, right? $3.15. And that's an extra $300. $315. 236. 546. 236, 546. That's 2 contracts alone could have made me am I stupid? At least this like just leaving those two contracts alone could have like made me $1,000. I could have had my first 1K day in forever, honestly. But hey, I'm grateful. Don't think that I'm not grateful because of how much money that I left on the table. I got my piece of the pie. I will never know. I will never know when it is I'm gonna be at the high. But because we were at high of day, that's when I was really scared. Yeah, I'm floating in a shitload of profits, and I don't know what to do, so I closed my position. But I got a win. I'm happy with the win, and I'm here to share it with you guys to know that Tesla was one of those days where it had its big move, and I caught it, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So here I am. Don't think that I'm not like grateful or anything like that because like I haven't had like a big day like this in forever. It's been a minute, and like seeing this Tesla chart is just so beautiful. And whoever caught Tesla, congrats, because honestly, and if you ended up holding, like congrats, because these contracts were pretty pricey but also pretty cheap. So it's like depending on your account size. But this was a really good day. And honestly, on the month, it's a really good month too. I'm already up 1.8. Let's say 1.8. I'm up $1,800 on the month, and we still have 10 or 5, 10. We have 12 more trading days. So my goal and my plan going into the 12 more trading days is to lower my risk, drop my size, quality setups, and not trade every day. Hold my trades a little bit longer, at least like 1 to 2 more minutes, and I can easily at least close with 3,000. I can easily close to 3,000, which would be really good. And another thing is to pay myself. If I don't pay myself with, big winning days, how will I ever pay myself in the future? So starting small wins outside of trading, like paying myself and just working on my psychology, always reviewing my game tape, always reviewing my rules, my exit criteria, my entry criteria, market conditions, when and when not to trade. Those are always really key factors, because if you're not sharpening your edge every single day, then how will you make it in the long run? Because how you do anything is the way you do everything. And look at this. This is really beautiful. Like insanely beautiful. So let me know what you guys traded today. Let me know how you guys did in the markets. And I'm actually really curious because it's going to be the weekend. I would like to, maybe give some people some advice, or maybe you guys can even give me advice. I would love your guys' feedback. So comment down below how you guys did. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and follow me along for my journey, because sooner or later I'm going to become a full-time trader, and this is going to be my income, and eventually one day I'll be able to help you guys, maybe even become a trading coach or something like that, become one of those like little gurus like TGR, or even like PB Blake or Juver, Scarface, Tory, maybe even one of those. What's his name? Ashram? Umar's a really good one. J-Dub, DC Crip, Johnny. There's so many traders in this space, so many different markets that they trade, but the psychology is all the same. The risk management is all the same. They all trade like the New York. Some of them are day traders, scalpers, swing traders. It's all the same. The market is the market. It's the financial markets. So follow me along for my journey. I really appreciate you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.